I decided that recording videos like this would be much easier if I did a voiceover instead of adding text, so from now on I will be doing build videos like this. With that being said, let's start off where I finished the last video, and we can start with armor. Now I will quickly run through the setup that B33croft uses for his armor build. He gets Inspire, a Joker with Joker aced, aggressive reload, this awkward setup for armor, Scavenger aced, body expertise, basic movement skills, and 9 lives. The primary weapon he uses is the Gower 3 rifle. He mods it with a DMR kit, and then for high stats all around. The secondary weapon he uses is a micro Uzi. One main problem with this build is that it really struggles to kill cops. For example, this light unit. It can't even be killed in one body shot. If you have to shoot them in the head, then why even bother bringing body expertise? This problem obviously extends onto heavy SWATs as well. They take 2 headshots to kill. And 3 body shots to kill. Obviously, there's no real point to bringing body expertise with this setup. Dozers are another problem with this build. Although this may seem fast, this isn't the full potential of what can be done with DMR rifles. The micro Uzi also seems to serve no real purpose in this build other than supplementing the ammo pickup for the DMR. For example, if you have run out of DMR ammo and there's a dozer in front of you, you have to use your micro Uzi to kill it. But as you can tell, it doesn't really output enough damage to kill a dozer. Now that's a normal 24,000 health dozer. You would be in much more trouble if it was a minigun dozer. Now I will quickly run through the setup that I would use with this build. Inspire. This setup to get to Iron Man. Lock and load aced. Unseen strike through this setup. Basic movement skills. 9 lives, and Frenzerker. You can leave the weapons the same as B33croft has them. With base Frenzy and Berserker, you can only kill a heavy SWAT in 2 shots. However, this can be changed. Getting shot by certain enemies will bring your Berserker higher. I'll be using a Street Cop for example. As you can see, I now have high enough Berserker that I can one-shot heavies to the head. This works with multiple enemies, and I will put the ones that it does work with on the screen now. Here's what killing that dozer from before looks like with Berserker now. As you can tell, it's much faster. Additionally, the micro Uzi can also stand its own against enemies. However, I did add crits onto this build. Now, although I don't have a good way of getting shot here, I will use my second account to blow me up to give me Unseen Strike. And as you can tell, that really shreds dozers. The reason I went for lock and load aced over aggressive reload is because it ends up being faster and more practical. I will show a side-by-side comparison of both weapons reloading. Now, if you're wondering why I called this setup weird, it's because B33croft didn't take Die Hard. Die Hard lets you take 50% less damage while interacting with objects. This is easily one of the most important survivability skills in the game. I don't know why he skipped it. I think that about wraps up armor. Now we can go on to Yakuza. Now I will run through the build that B33croft uses. Inspire. 2 converts without hostage taker. Bullseye. Body expertise without lock and load aced. Parkour aced. And crits. 9 lives aced. And Frenzerker. The weapons that B33croft uses is a Clarion, modded for concealment and stability. His secondary is a micro Uzi, also modded for concealment and stability. This is the setup that I would run. Inspire, 2 converts with hostage taker, bullseye and a few other helpful skills. Lock and load aced with body expertise aced. Low blow aced for crits, and 9 lives. The Clarion I would mod for stability. B-croft modded his for concealment, but since I have low blow aced, I can focus more on stats. The Micro Uzi I also mod for higher stats rather than concealment. Where B-croft's armor build was flawed in its weapons, this one is flawed in concept. Suit with Yakuza is a bad idea in itself. This means that your armor only has one shot, leaving your health vulnerable. However, Frenzy is an even worse idea. This also leaves your health in a danger zone. You can, of course, be shot by a light enemy and have even higher berserker while still surviving, but this is very risky. The trade-off in survivability for damage is not worth it at all. Why B-croft doesn't run lock and load aced on weapons with relatively slow reload is beyond me. I will now show another reload comparison, but this time with a Clarion. The Micro Uzi was already shown in the armor build. Yakuza is an already squishy deck, and due to B-croft making it even squishier, him taking slow reload weapons makes absolutely no sense. In addition, he takes parkour aced, which means you can't reload cancel the weapons either. This leaves you in a very vulnerable state that just won't survive anything. The following clip caught my attention.
Remember, we need to hit low blow numbers here. With my loadout, I get 29% critical hit chances.
B-croft, what the fuck? In your inventory, there is literally a crit chance indicator. I don't know how B-croft could possibly say the wrong number when it's blatantly written out like this. On top of that, a player with B-croft's experience should know that blow goes up in points of 3. 29% crit chance is not possible. It jumps between 27 and 30. 28, 29 are not achievable. That's about all I have to say about these two builds. I was also considering doing videos like this on Noli's builds, as they are complete and utter garbage as well. But if you guys would be interested, let me know.